Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. After weeks of reluctance, Germany has agreed to send Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine in what Kyiv hopes will be a game-changer in the war with Russia. Chancellor Olaf Scholz announced the decision to send 14 tanks and allow other countries to send theirs too at a cabinet meeting on Wednesday. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak tweeted, "The right decision by NATO allies and friends to send main battle tanks to Ukraine. Alongside Challenger 2s, they will strengthen Ukraine's defensive firepower. Together, we are accelerating our efforts to ensure Ukraine wins this war and secures a lasting peace." US President Joe Biden's administration is also expected to announce plans to send at least 30 M1 Abrams tanks. Germany also permitted other countries to send their Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine, which was restricted until now under export regulations. New Zealand's new Prime Minister Chris Hipkins has told reporters that the cost of living will be his government's #1 priority after holding his first cabinet meeting. Hipkins is well known to New Zealanders for his competence in tackling COVID-19, though he faces a tough battle to retain power in an October general election. He was confirmed as the new leader at a meeting of Labour's 64 lawmakers on Sunday. On Tuesday, the former Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern was applauded as she left Parliament for the final time as leader.
Yeah, and the numbers that we've seen today, I think, underline the importance of the commitment that I have made over the last few days to place the cost of living and the economic situation that we face as our #1 priority as a government. We've already taken active steps to address the underlying causes of high prices, including at the petrol pump and at the supermarket, and the government is doing its bit to bring spending down to more normal levels so that we don't add to those inflationary pressures.
Rwandan forces have fired at a fighter jet from the Democratic Republic of Congo that it said had violated its airspace, prompting the Congolese government to accuse it of an act of war. Eyewitness footage showed a projectile shooting towards an aircraft before exploding in the air near the plane. Congo denied Rwanda's accusation that the jet had been in Rwandan airspace, the latest dispute between the two countries, whose relationship has been strained by rebel insurgency. Heavy snow has trapped thousands and left at least one person dead in Japan. Snow has blanketed wide swathes of Japan, causing snarling traffic and forcing hundreds of flight cancellations. An unusually cold weather front and extremely low pressure systems have caused around 3,000 people to be stranded at 2 train stations in the western city of Kyoto. Others were stuck at least 15 trains between stations for up to 12 hours. Justin Bieber has sold his share of the rights to his music to Hipgnosis Songs Capital for a reported $200 million. The firm now owns the pop star's stake in some of the biggest hits in recent years, including Baby and Sorry. Bieber, one of the best-selling artists of the 21st century, joins a growing group of artists who have cashed out on their catalogues. The move means Hipgnosis will receive a payment every time a song they own part of is played in public. And the annual Festival International de Ballon, an event held in the tiny town of Château d'Eau, is underway in Switzerland. Tucked away in a valley surrounded by snow-capped peaks, the town emerges from its slumber to host a hot air balloon festival that draws thousands of spectators and flying enthusiasts. During the 9-day festival, visitors can watch the horizon fill up with some 60 colourful balloons.
Every problem, every trouble in the daily life, it just seems so small when you go up in the air. The nicest thing is also you go with the wind, you go with the flow, so you can't steer, and that's that makes it very challenging. The flying. The special thing about flying in Château d'Eau is that we can take off in the morning, fly in one direction, and come back in the afternoon. Due to the anabatic and the katabatic winds, in the afternoon it just turns around, the wind.
And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.